Hey guys, Krypton here, and today we're going to attempt to solo the last boss in Sethekk halls. Now, this was discussed in a Discord conversation. Someone named Shocklife reached out to me and asked me if I could do this, as well as I found a video by the name of Pascal Q, I'll link that in the description, who kind of showed me how to do it, essentially. This first boss is pretty much impossible to kill. He did find a cool skip that I'm going to be using in order to get to just the last boss. You should only have to kill 2 guards. If you do it perfectly, I think you can get away with killing nobody, but we're not going to attempt that today. So I am wearing just the most stamina gear I can wear. That's kind of what I strategized to go for, just a lot of stamina, make myself very survivable. These are the kinds of guys you're going to be fighting. They don't hit hard, but they hit fast. Armor does help, but I found that it's even more important to have just a ton of stamina. So I think without any buffs, I'm at around 15, 5. I'll find out in a second after we get through this. So obviously the beginning part is just going to be stealthing. One thing you do not want to do is use your dash. Mine's on cooldown right now from running out earlier. I'm going to wait before I enter the boss's room, the first boss's room, to use dash. That's just to allow me to get away from him, so hopefully I can do a full reset without having to kill anybody. I'm going to show you how to do it, and if I don't succeed, that's no big deal. There's the boss right there. If I don't succeed at not staying in stealth, that's my goal, you do have to kill 2 guys. And you're going to want to watch out for like a fork tongue, I forget what they're called, but like the dragon things. But I'll show you in a second. I'm literally just waiting for dash to come off cooldown. 20 seconds. Now the strategy for the last boss, as we'll talk about, is pretty much going to be obvious. All you're gonna have to do is tank him until he teleports to you. After he teleports to you, about 2 seconds later, he's gonna start arcane explosion or whatever it's called. As soon as he teleports, I just run away and start healing myself. You want to try to get yourself back to full health before every cycle, especially towards the end, because he seems to hit a little bit harder. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Honestly, because of the mechanics and because you being able to heal yourself, this fight's actually catered towards druids. Okay, so we've got the Pat going away from us, which is good. We're going to squeeze right between these 2 guys here, and we're going to hug right. And we're going to try to keep him. He's going to pull no matter what, but we're going to try to keep him. Okay, now I'm going. I hope he doesn't hit me. I dodged the first one. Oh, he got me with a lightning bolt. Okay, so now I have to fight these 2 guys. The important thing is to come back over here. The reason why, I'm going to show you, is this dude right here. He will pat right into you, and killing all 3 of them is very hard. Not impossible, but very hard. Especially because I'm not wearing a lot of like damage gear. It's all just survivability. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and use Frenzied Regen as a starter just to keep myself nice and comfortable while I white damage this guy down. Hopefully I get a crit every once in a while. Yep. To heal myself up. Put some debuffs up on this guy. There we go. As you can see, he's almost already dead. And obviously the second one's not going to be much harder to kill by himself. Alright, 1 down. Yeah, so you can come pretty far back into this room if you feel uncomfortable. I wouldn't go near the door, like I wouldn't go into the door, but like I would come to like right at this middle point if you're trying to like find like a good safe spot between the boss accidentally pulling and that guy. The boss does have a big range. I don't think it's big enough that he'll pull from outside of the room though, but that guy's more scary because he's a Pat. Alright. Now, as you saw, if I could have made it around the corner before he lightning bolted me, these guys wouldn't have even activated, and the boss just would have reset. Obviously, I got hit, which sucks, but hey, what are you going to do? Okay, so before you go anywhere, make sure you top off because you are going to be heading into the bosses pretty quick. There's no other obstacles in your way. So let's just go ahead and get started. Nobody that I've seen has stealth detect. However, you have to get really close to some of these birds. So be careful, and I would recommend keeping thorns up just in case you have to kill them. It's not impossible to kill the birds, the big packs of birds, but it is scary because there's also paths nearby where the birds are. So best case scenario, don't pull the birds. Worst case scenario, if you do, cluster them up and move them away from everyone else. These are the guys that I'm afraid of, honestly. They're not hard. They're not impossible to kill. They're just annoying. They pat and they do the lightning thing. I think they fear too, so I don't know. I haven't had to deal with them yet. Oh no, I did, but like they didn't fear me, so maybe I'm thinking one of these guys fears. But either way, yeah, I think they just lightning breath or whatever it's called. Okay, so you can go right or left here. I went left last time. I'm gonna try to go right this time to see if either one is an option. Right's a little bit faster because I don't have to go wide. There we go. Cool. So right looks like the way to go here. All right, and then we have a pack. He comes back around here, and right when he's gone, I just come through here, and that's the easy part. Okay, so we're essentially to the boss's room. All you have to do is get in there. I fight him further, like on the far corner. I know when you normally fight him, like if you have a full group, you pretty much fight him right on the front left pillar. Because there are ads in his room, it's safer to fight him on the opposite corner. And you'll see in a second. Excuse me. If you got time, you can do your you got 5 druids. You can come out here and do the farm, since the hardest boss is the first boss and we just skipped him. I go through here and then I make a hard left right here. You might be able to go right up the middle, but I don't like taking any chances since they react even that close. Okay, so he's right here. You can stop and heal right here if you want to, like if you didn't remember to. Like I didn't top myself off before the pull. And then there you go. Get this show on the road. You might want to switch gear if you think you can, just because he is a single target. I just stayed in my stamina gear because it's a matter of time. You're not going to lose this fight as long as you are willing to pop a pot if you really have to. I didn't have to the first time I did this, so I think you should be fine. So as soon as he teleports, you're going to see him teleport. I'm kind of trying to show it off. There, he just teleported. I'm just gonna go ahead and run. That is loud. And then get back into bear because he might cast right immediately and you don't want to take the damage in caster. Yep, he does. 1785. That's probably like the biggest damage thing that he can do. Next time I think I'm gonna roll a couple more hots so it's a little bit easier. I'm gonna go ahead and just use my frenzied regen. I should teleport any second now. Here he goes. Popping out and healing, rolling hots. Trying to get 2 life blooms up. That should be good. Ooh, I'm gonna go for a healing touch. I don't know if I have it. Go. Alright, this is the hardest part, the last 24. He seems to just hit a little bit harder. I don't know if that's just, you know, part of the mechanic or because I'm always starting off a little bit lower on my health. But again, you can pop out and heal mid-fight too. Not a big deal. As long as you don't get hit by one of those. But even then, you're just going to take it a little bit harder. I mean, he's a single melee swing. You can dodge it pretty easily. I'm gonna innervate. There we go. Yeah, he really doesn't hit that hard for popping out. I just wouldn't stay out of form. And that's it. Gonna loot him. We're gonna get some Greaves of Desolation and Trousers of Oblivion. Go ahead and take those, DE them, or do whatever you want to do. And also, if you don't have it, which is kind of cool, you can just pick up the Shadow Labs key right here without having to grab a group for Shadow Labs, which is really, really handy. I obviously already have it, but that's it, guys. You could run out this way, and pretty much it'll take you right back to the beginning. There are mobs you can just stealth through. Usually, even when I do this with a 5-man, we just sprint through the group in regular, but if you're low on health, or if you just don't want to deal with getting stunned or slowed or whatever, you can just stealth back through. Anyway, guys, that was it. I hope that was informative. I hope I helped you guys be able to solo farm this. It's pretty cool. Anyway, guys, if you have any questions or comments, put them in the comments below. If you have any other suggestions for things I might solo farm, let me know. And once again, thank you for Pascal for the quick video on how to pass the first boss. And of course, thanks again to Shock Life for hitting me up and letting me know this is something people are trying to do. Anyway, guys, take care.